All right. Welcome everyone to our viewers online on Facebook and here on Zoom, our 13,000 viewers. Wow. A pleasant Friday morning to my fellow CEOs. Type good morning if you are ready for our topic for today. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Okay. By the way, I'm your host. Of course, for today, isn't that obvious? My name is Rish Lopez. I'm a preschool teacher and the founder of Oxford Learning School here in Antipolo. Okay, yan. Good morning po sa inyong lahat. It is a great honor to welcome everyone to CEO Insights Asia Executive Series Principles of Scaling. And everybody knows Friday is what? It's POS Day. Yan. Thank you, love. Today is POS Day. Ayan, excited na ang lahat for our POS Day. Okay, and for our principles of scaling, why do we do this every week? Okay, this is very important. It is to install DNA principles that scale organizations. Okay, we help build institutions for legacy beyond simply making money. Ayan, more than money. The goal is for everyone to get one key takeaway that you can immediately apply in your organization. Kaya ihanda natin ang ating mga tenga, ang ating mga puso for this topic. All right. Okay, and our focus, by the way, okay, it's, our theme for the month of September is branding. Oh, nakita nyo ba yun? Tapos na po ang August, September na po. Magpapasko na po bukas. September na, agad-agad. Okay, and for our focus is purpose. Okay, everybody type purpose on the comments below. Purpose. That is our focus for today or for this month. We infuse ideas that build lasting companies by what? Introducing three things. Okay, we introduce world-class business principles, world-class business practices, and world-class business people. World-class po ito. Alright. So that's our purpose. Napakaganda. And let's show everyone our overview topics for the month of September. Ayan. Principles of scaling for this month. Week 1, which we will be having today, it's more than hype. And week 2, more than buzz. Week 3, more than promises. Week 4, more than pay. And week 5, okay, take note, we have 5 weeks on September. So week 5, more than businesses. All right, 5 weeks po tayo. We are hoping, okay, that everybody will attend this 5-week topics that we have this September. Everybody type 5 weeks on the comment section. Come on. 5 weeks tayo. Itong September, full of wisdom, full of exciting and purposeful practices. Ayan, 5 weeks this September. And now for our announcement. Okay, first announcement. Ito na po ang first announcement natin, our CEO Summit! Woohoo! Who's excited? Oh, may drum roll ako dito. Happening this October 28 to 29, 2022 at Novotel, Manila. All right, type excited if you are excited. Okay, we are all excited for this CEO Summit. Woohoo! Excited! Woohoo! Ayan, and presenting our official list of faculties. There you go on the screen. We have our CIA founders. We have Marvin Galang of Juan Tax. We have Catherine Castro of Bepo, Kim Lato of Kim Store, Celine Yu of Chevrolet Philippines, and Paco Magsaysay of Carmen's Best Ice Cream. Full pack po tayo. So what are you waiting for? Get your tux ready and gowns ready, CEOs. And you know what? This is open for CEO members and non-members. Okay, and if you are excited to get your passes, just message Chris Añonuevo. It's available right now. Details about the registration fee is available on the CEO Insights Asia official page. Okay, the link of the registration will be provided by our operator. Okay, thank you, operator. Ayan, official members invitations is right there. Just click the link. Okay, for our announcement number 2, circle meetings. And we are excited to say this. We have 70 plus CEO circle members unlocked. Ayan no, paliit na ng paliit ang logos natin. Mga CEOs, ang dami na po natin. We have more than 50 companies and brands. Okay, and multiple circle meetings happening from circle multipliers for men, women, and couples. Okay, and by the way, this is free. Kaya we honor all our circle multipliers. Okay, we love you, circle multipliers. We are learning a lot from you. And if you want to join, you can check the sign-up link sent by our operator. Okay, but not just yet. Before you sign up, okay, to share testimonials on what happens during our circle meetings. I myself is a part of it. Okay, every week we have our featured CEO on the screen. Okay, that's Myra Samarita Ramos and Yanni Ramos. They are CEOs and founders of BMRS Beauty Essentials. Okay, so let's watch this video, this featured video testimonials from them. Here we go.
Hi everyone, I am Myra Samarita Ramos. I am the CEO of BMRS Beauty Essentials. At ito naman yung husband ko.
My name is Yanni Ramos and I am the founder of BMRS.
We are so grateful na nakasama kami sa CEOInsights Asia kasi dito marami kaming nakilala at natutunan. Especially sa mundo ng e-commerce, business, sa circle kasi namin, nandun talaga yung 100% support ng bawat CEO. Sa mga platforms na meron kami, grabe talaga yung tulungan. Mas nag-grow yung business namin ng bawat isa. Kaya if you want to join CEO Insights, meron kaming circle meetings every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Principles of Scaling every Friday at 11 a.m. See you there!
Ayan. Thank you, Miss Myra and Sir Yanni Ramos. Alam nyo, totoo yung sinasabi ni Ma'am na 100% support. Sabi ko kanina, I myself, I'm a part of the circle of the circle meeting, and ako, every week talaga they will ask you, what do you need, what do you need from us. 100% ang support ng ating CEOs, and a lot of learnings happen during that circle meeting. Full blast talaga sila, lahat ng effort, they prepare a write-up, and you will enjoy. You will not only learn, but you will enjoy the circle meeting. All right, thank you. And for our announcement number 3, our CEO Insights Asia certificate program. Okay, what is this? It is a certification for your business coming from CEO Insights Asia that your business is DNA driven. When we say DNA driven, you will be more credible to other clients. It is to build more trust with your potential partners and clients. They will feel comfortable and assured dealing with your company. So it's like you're having a badge that you are vouched by CEO Insights Asia. So for more information, if you want to have that kind of badge, or you want to know more of the requirements for CIA certification, please refer to the link sent by our operator. Okay, thank you, operator. Send the link now. Yan, very good. Thank you so much. And for our last but not the least, of course, of our announcement, CEO Summit Executive Partnership with Mo. What is this partnership? Naku, alam ko, excited ang lahat dito. Ano tong partnership na to? Because of this partnership, we are able to give 50% discount. Guys, narinig nyo ba yun? 50%, hindi 20%, hindi 30%, 50% discount for the CEO Insights Asia's annual membership fee. 50%, guys, type 50% if you heard that right. 50% discount. Ayan o, from 15,000 pesos, guys, 18,000 na lang. 8,000, sorry. From 15,000, na mahal pa no? From 15,000, 8,000 na lang. Okay, so further, that 8,000 peso payment will also include one free pass for CEO Summit this October 22. Grabe naman, napaka-generous ng CEO at ang spend mo. One free pass for CEO Summit. So if you are excited at may naisip na kayong isama sa Summit, type one free pass. Okay, type. Come on. One free pass. Isipin nyo na po ang isasama nyo, kung sino isasama nyo sa CEO Summit this October 22. Yay! Woohoo! Excited na lahat. Oh, one free pass. Woo! Alright, thank you so much. Spend Mo. Salamat po sa inyong generosity and for this partnership with CEO. All right, too much for the announcement. Okay, and for our topic for today. Our topic for today is more than hype. That's week 1. And our key message, okay, is to establish one learning culture. Okay, remember, key message, establish one learning culture. Okay, that's our topic for today. And if you want to learn more about this, fasten your seatbelts, everyone. Ihanda na po ang ating mga lapis or ballpen, ever, ang ating notebook to take down notes, to listen, okay? And of course, for our faculty who will be speaking for today. All right, he is my schoolmate and classmate. Woohoo! I am so proud to introduce my schoolmate nung college. All right, he's one of the founders and the executive advisors of CEO Insights Asia. Okay, he's an investor, advisor, husband, and a daddy. At kalalabas lang ni baby Ellie from the hospital. We thank the Lord for that. Yay! And the man who iconized the black suit and red tie, Surfer! Mr. Florentino A. Hernando!
Alright, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Teacher Berish. Ayan, totoo po yun. Classmate ko po siya. At may mga pinag-usapan po kami na wag nang i-reveal. Mga pinagagawa namin, mga panahon na kami ay Whatever it is, okay, whatever it is, I was young and I needed the money. Ayan. Sige. Thank you, Teacher Virish. Welcome, everyone. It's Friday. Very excited for this session. So, formally introducing myself, my name is Florentino A. Hernando, or they call me FA, the suit, the CEO Whisper, whatever the case may be. I'm one of the founders and the executive advisor of CEOInsight Asia, and our purpose in this ecosystem is infusing ideas that build lasting companies. So nandito tayo para pag-usapan, pag-aralan paano ba natin gagawing transferable yung mga negosyo natin, yung mga companies natin, mapapasa natin sa mga anak natin, sa mga apo natin, and up to the coming generations, di ba? So shout out kay Teacher Virish, first time daw niya, first time, para namang hindi. Ayan. Sige, so let me be the first before we go to agenda. Papasukin niyo si Cristina Bautista at siya ang magsasalita sa conversation starter. Before we formally begin, gusto ko lang sabihin, I'm the first. Merry Christmas, ha? Ayan, mga Jose Marichan memes natin at ang mga tugtugan naririnig nyo na ba? Ayan, tayo naman, alam niyo naman sa mundo, tayo may pinakamahabang Christmas. Okay, ano pa ba mga shout out natin? Spend mo, thank you so much. Grabe ang nangyayari, mga partnerships na nabubuo dito sa ecosystem natin. To the point na gusto nga natin talagang as much as we can provide value for the people to make it easy for them to join us and be part of this ecosystem. Ayan, dalawa na nasa waiting room. Operator, papasukin nyo na yan. Yung mga nasa Facebook na nanonood, please share the live stream and then join kayo dito. Ayan. So yung isa lang pinapasok, si Tina hindi pinapasok. Ako na nga. Ayan. O, Tina pinapasok na kita. Agendas tayo. Right. Agendas for today. Conversation starter. And then we'll define the brand. Diba? Nakita nyo naman. Paliit na ng paliit ang ating mga logos because we have more than 50 brands representing our ecosystem. And counting, marami pa pong nasa waitlist. So pasensya na po yung yung CFO ng Metari, pasensya na ha. Hindi pa kasi nagwe-Wednesday to si si Dayan. So, pagka babato kita ron. Ayan. Text eh. Please give me update on the status of my application. Ayan. So we'll define brands. We'll talk about the task of every business, and I found myself I keep on talking about this every week. Ayan. And then the task of every CEO, we'll talk about why learning culture matters. We'll talk about the building blocks of a learning organization, and then we'll get practical. So with that, alam niyo naman ang tradition natin, dun sa 20 million na nandito ngayon sa Zoom meeting at nasa Facebook, please greet one another, good morning, and then type your company to represent your brand. So good morning from Osport, good morning from SH. Ayan, para makita na, the Mercs, yan, nandito ang ating direct. Ayan, si Sellers Hub is here. Komi, ayan. We have andito si Mel. Si Love, ang ating matinik na host. Pinagpahinga natin ngayon. Ayan, at mas matinik na ngayon si Teacher Virish. So salamat doon sila. Ay, may nakita ako nagdadrive kanina. Ingat ingat sa pagdadrive. Ayan. So Impact is here. RBLV. Ayan. So ingat kayo, yung mga nakikinig dito sa podcast, sa YouTube, at saka sa habang nagda-drive, salamat for joining us this week. Alright, sige. So, conversation starter tayo. I floated this question at ito, ang question natin. What does branding mean to you? And then much more crucial question is, why does it matter to your company? Ang sasagot nito ay one of the founders of Comizen, the woman behind it, at inaanak natin to sa kasal. Nakakampatis. So, the age lumalabas na. So si Tina, are you there? Kaya mo bang sagutin?
Yes po. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Yours.
Thank you so much. So, for me, branding is more than a logo. It's more than the core values and the mission and vision. So, it's more of the reputation of your company, and it's how you influence, and you're able to influence other people, and able other people to follow you. So yun po yung branding para sa akin.
Right. Maraming salamat. Para naman binasa na naman yung deck ko. Hindi, ganun talaga. Great minds think alike. Ayan. Okay. So, as we move forward, thank you, Tina. No? Sige, moving forward, let's talk
Thank
about
you.
branding. Okay, so pivot muna tayo. I used to work for Labor, Paolo Hilario, andito pa si Lai. Ayan, so I used to be an executive of Labor, and one of my departments that report under me is human capital. So, syempre, human capital is recruitment, no? And I want to make sure that I talk to my customers. So, customer natin is the other departments. If you're human capital, your customers, the people who benefit the most with what we do, are those other departments. So, when they ask for talent, tayo yun, no? So, I talked to our senior finance manager. His name is Adrian. So, shout out kay Adrian, no? Matinik yan si Adrian. And I spoke with him. Sabi ko sa kanya, what kind of talent do you want? At ang sagot niya sa akin, sir, basta galing ng SGB. Okay sa akin yon. And he's an alumni of SGB. Now, I'm not familiar with SGB as a company, but I am familiar with them because of their reputation. Kasi nakita ko na pag galing ka ng SGB and you're an accounting or a finance person at galing ka ron, matinik ka. So that is their branding, that is their reputation. And not only because of Adrian, but other people na I respect when it comes to finance and accounting, it seems that they find common ground in being part or at one point in their career of being part of SGB. So SGB, this is also a go-to place. So yung mga fresh grads, dito nila na accounting and finance, dito nila gustong magtrabaho. Kasi it has a reputation, it has a branding of developing talent. Okay? They attract the talent to join them at the same time, 1 year, 2 years, if they start their own firm, yung accounting firm nila, and customers see that they came from SGB, madali nang kumuha ng customer. So, ayun ang reputation na na-establish ni SGB. That's their branding. O yan, nandito si Lisel. Good morning, Lisel. Ayan, kasama natin yan sa Labor. Matindi rin yan. All right. So as we move on, sige. So we will pivot a bit. Let's talk about branding. What do we mean when we say branding? Okay. So branding is more than just a logo, sabi nga ni Tina, diba? It is a way of identifying your business. It's how your customers recognize and experience your business. Basically, it is the identity of your business and mine. Okay, it's more than the iconic red, the tie and the suit. It's more than the check of Nike, the logo, the swoosh. It's more than the apple of Apple. It's more than just a logo. It is an identity. It provides a sense of what to expect when you're encountering with a company. Yun yung branding niya. And one of the best definition of branding I came across with is ito from the book Brand Gap. So, ayan na, nagsasabi na naman ako. High blood na naman. Pusa! Okay, magbasa kayo ng libro. Okay, magbasahin nyo to. At kung kailangan yung libro, magsabi na lang kayo sa akin, bigyan ko kayong copy. Okay, so a brand is a person's gut feelings about a product, service, or company. And this is the highlight. It's not what you say it is. It's not what I say it is. It's what other people say it is. Branding, sabi nga nila, branding, your company branding, my company branding is what customers say about our enterprise when we're not in the room. That's what branding is. We can say na, this is who we are, hype, diba? Ito kami, look at us, diba? Ganito kami, ganyan kami. But ultimately, it's what they say that dictates kung ano yung branding natin. Yes, please type yes if you are still following this train of thought natin. Ayan, diba? So we're not going to talk about products or service because the focus of this month is all about purpose. It's all about building institutions that last. So we're going to talk about company branding for now. Oh, yeah, this is Jim. All right. So hi, Jim. Si Felix andito. Okay. So eto sa akin yung definition ko. This is the way people see and feel about your company. That's what branding means to me. So park natin yan. Pivot tayo konti. Let's talk about the task of every business. And I find myself repeating this week, this past few weeks, kay Comi, kay Scassi Boys, yan. Lagi ko sinasabi ito, nasusuka na siguro sila. Paulit-ulit ako. Okay? So for a business to become successful, it must do 3 things. These are fundamental and simple principles that if you do this, eventually you will become financially successful. Do you want to know kung ano yung tatlong bagay na yon? Please type yes, I want to know. Yan, yes lang para malaman ko na interesado kayong malaman. Ayan, diba? Si Birish kanina pag-pound pa ng table para talaga empathic eh. So these are the tasks of every business. If you do these three things, eventually your company will become financially successful. Number 1, get new customers. Number 2, keep old customers. Number 3, encourage customers to spend more. That's it. This is the fundamental principles, the task that every business must do in order for it not only to survive, but thrive and become successful. So to put an image in your head, I'm a simple guy. Red suit, red tie, black suit. That's it. Diba? So I want things simple because simple is very easy to understand. Sabi nga ni Rose tsaka ni Sandy ng Impact, ang principles of scaling straight to the point. Wala palabok-labok, di ba? Correct na. Yan, sapakan to. Okay, so this is the business simplified. You get new customers, you keep old customers, and you encourage customers to spend more. We keep doing this, eventually we'll become financially successful. Now, anong connection neto sa branding? Now, branding largely dictates if we're going to be able to get new customers, keep old customers, and encourage customers to spend more. That's why branding matters as a company. Not just products, not just service, those are important, but ultimately, as a company, what are we known for as a company? Because what we're known for will dictate how our customers interact with us. Say, type branding if you are with me. Wala nang paligoy-ligoy. Ayan. Branding. Enjoy. So far, so good. First part pa lang yan. Okay, now, if this is the framework that we need to do to be able to become successful as a company, obviously, your CEOs, the 23,000 of you, at saka yung sa mga nanonood sa Facebook, eto ngayon ang task ng bawat CEO, bawat leader in connection to that framework. 3 things then. And the first one is get talented people. Second, engage talented people to produce great results. Papark ko muna. Importante na hindi lang natin meron tayong magagaling. Kinakailangan nagpo-produce ng results. Yes, hindi lang puro hype. Diba? Puro, ang galing niya magsalita. No, what's the result? Diba? Numbers don't lie. At then, kaya nga bottom line eh. What's the bottom line? So kahit magaling, kung walang result, hindi magaling yon, di ba? Vlog na naman ako. Hindi magaling yon, okay? So what we need are people who are talented, they are engaged, that they produce great results. And here's the clincher. At all times. Please type at all times. Di ba? Our keyword is consistency. Hindi pwedeng ang galing, 1, 2, tapos mawawala ng 7 months. Tapos babalik, magaling, di ba? Magaling siya. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Di ba? A liar is even trusted to lie if they show consistency. Di ba? Consistent yan, magsisinungaling yan. Di ba? So what we need is talented people who produce great results and they are consistent. Okay? When it comes to building institutions that last, consistency trumps intensity. Okay? Hindi yung magaling sa umpisa, diba? Intro boys, anak ng patis na. Magaling lang sa umpisa, after 5 days, 5 months, wala na. Pero diba, kikita mo gaganda ng post, may bagong sasakyan, may bagong office, tapos after nun, lumipat na naman kasi hindi na kayang bayaran. Anyway, moving on, diba? Intro. And the third one is keep talented people as long as you can. Diba? We cannot build a great institution if our company is a revolving door. We need to make it sticky. Okay, sticky for customers, nag-stick sila, they stay, as well as talented people, they stay in the organization. Yes, please type yes, para alam kong nandiyan kayo. 20 March lang, ayan. Sasabihin ako mamaya dyan. Okay, so this is where employer branding comes in. Okay, how do people see and feel about your company as an employee? Okay, because diba, we talk about branding, it has 2 sides, external and internal. So sa external, it's what customers say about your company when you're not in the room. Employer branding is what your teammates, your employees, your staff say about your company when you as CEO and the leaders are not in the room. You can say, now we're a great place to work for. We're this, we're that. But really, what is employer branding? What is the culture? If it's what people say when you're not in the room. So that's really what's important. Yan, sapak. Sapakan to. Gusto nyo to eh. Every Friday tayong ganito. Alright. So, dito ngayon, now, it's very important that maganda ang employer branding natin. Because if we have employer branding, it's a strong employer branding or DNA, ayan na, di ba? Strong DNA, we attract talented people. And once we attract talented people, we're able to engage them to produce results and we keep them. Then we're able to get new customers, keep old customers, and encourage them to spend more. Yes? So that's the connection of branding. It starts in us as a company. It radiates outside. Yan. Gusto natin to. Diba? So, going back to the case study or an example of SGB, because of their strong branding, they attract talented people, fresh grads from the big four schools na accounting and finance want to spend at least a year or two being employed or being part of SGB. And because of that, because of the branding of SGB to have talented people in their firm, they attract paying customers. And it's a flywheel. But they attract paying customers. Oy, ang daming customer. They need more talented people. So they attract talented people. And then dahil magagaling nga ito, the branding, the reputation attracts more paying customers. So it's a flywheel. Okay, please type flywheel. Ayan, para may engagement tayo. Doon sa nagdadrive, huwag ka mag-type pa. Di ba? Baka ads ko naman. Ayan. Diba? Alright, so this is the reason why companies or people join companies. Okay? So pivot tayo konti. Okay? People are in our company because of two things. They want to earn and they want to learn. Okay? So may mga tao, I've been in my career where I simply was in it for the money. Laki na sweldo eh. I'm not learning, which is detrimental for the long-term success of a person. Mga millennials, when I advise millennials, they would ask me, sir, I want to leave the company that I'm in right now. Ang tanong ko lang, are you still learning? Kasi if you're still learning, okay lang yon. Pero if you're not learning anymore, you have to be earning. If you think that you're not earning the amount that you expect or you hope, then there's no point staying there. So they want to earn, they want to learn. So may mga situation naman na kung saan we're not earning anything. Dito sa CEOInsight Asia, yung mga circle multipliers, we're not earning anything. But they're learning. That's why they stay. That's why we stay. That's why I stay up 3:25 a.m. At nag-post ako kanina. Why am I doing this? Because we're learning here. Intensive CEO leadership education. Now, it's very important that in our companies, hindi dapat stand-alone isa. Either you earn because you got mercenaries. Diba? They're in it for the money lang. Pag may nag-offer na mas malaki sa competitor, lilipat yan. And you don't want that. Or, puro learning lang. Wala namang sweldo kasi nagugutom din naman tayo. Or yung pay pwede na yan. Diba? Huwag naman tayong kuripot. Diba? Let's not be stingy when it comes to paying or giving to our people. At wala namang ganon dito kasi most of the companies I work with naka-profit sharing. Salute sa inyo, no? Alright, so good job. Alright, so now if you have the two, they earn and they're learning, you have what you call a learning culture that fuels the learning organization. And that's the topic of this episode. We're going to establish one learning culture. It fuels the learning organization. So let's talk about learning organization for a bit. So let's define what a learning organization is. A learning organization in business management means it's a company that facilitates the learning of its members. When we say its members, it's not limited. Walang exemption, walang entitled. It starts from the CEO down to the bottom. Because in the companies I used to work with, they parang exempted ang CEO. CEO na ako manager na ako Magte-training pa ba ako? Magtuturo pa ba ako? Okay? And other naman is, huwag mo nang i-train yung mga nasa baba kasi aalis din naman yan. Dapat yung mga manager ang tinatrain mo. No, a learning organization facilitates the learning of all its members and continuously transforms itself. No, nag-evolve ang isang organization that is constantly learning. Please type learning organization pag nandyan pa kayo. Sa Facebook, share nyo muna yung page at saka i-type nyo para alam ko na nandyan kayo. Ayan. Diba? Sige. So, why does it matter? Why does learning culture matters? It matters for three things. And it all starts with letter R. Diba? So, imagine na lang the effort na ginagawa namin dito para mapadali ang buhay natin lahat, ha? Para matandaan natin. So, number one, recalibration. When an organization has a learning culture, yung walang napupurol, diba? Hasaan ng hasaan, walang kinakalawang sa learning organization kasi constantly nare-recalibrate eh. We're learning something new. And that's what you want as CEO. Ayaw ko na meron akong teammate na kalawang na. Diba? Kasi iiwan ko yun. Una. Well, hindi ko iiwan niya dahil gusto ko. Dahil hihilahin niya ako pababa. You know? I mean, diba? The strongest chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Ayan. So si Ses join na, papasukin natin yan. Right? So that's very important that constantly the organization, our teammates are constantly learning. Kasi if they're learning, it makes our job easier as CEO. Hindi na natin kailangan supervise, di ba? At least pag kailangan mo i-supervise ang tao, you're dealing with the wrong person. You're supposed to be a CEO strategizing, not supervising. Okay? Pag kailangan ka pang bantayan, may problema na tayo ron. No? I'm talking to the wrong person. Right? Yes? Okay, so may recalibration if there's a learning culture. Second, there's retention. Why is it important that the retention? Again, we've already talked about this. You cannot build a great enterprise with a revolving door. Labas-pasok yung mga tao. Diba? Palit ng palit, magastos yun, tsaka nakakapagod yun. So you need to retain. Now, question, bakit retention? Anong kinalaman ng retention, ng learning culture sa pagiging power of retention of a company? Okay, the ability of a company to retain its talent. Here's the thing, okay? Let's talk about the brain. Yan. Some science muna tayo, neuroscience muna tayo. The gray matter here that we have, this is the sharpest, this is the most powerful tool in a leader's arsenal. It's the brain. So that's why you have to keep sharpening it. Now, the brain has what you call dopamine. It's a feel-good hormone. Yan. And since it feels good, flooding of dopamine in our brain is very addictive. Nakaka-addict yan. Okay? Now, ano yung mga triggers nagti-trigger for dopamine to be released? Okay? A lot of things. Okay, first and foremost, yung new relationships. Yan. Kaya pag mga bagong relationship, mainit. Diba? So, nagsusubside yan as the years go by. That's why we encourage, life coaching we encourage weekly dates. Diba? Kaming mag-asawa, we've been together for 11 years. Yan, 7 years of it, we're married. I always love my wife 100%, walang question, and she loves me. Now, that doesn't mean I always feel in love with her all the time. Okay, those are two different things. So that's why, feelings come and go, but it's really the commitment and discipline to make sure that you are together and you're growing together. That's what makes relationships stick. So going back, new relationships, diba? That triggers dopamine. Yan, pag mga tipong napupuyat pa, nice love, yeah. Napupuyat pa sa gabi, text. May nagtatext pa ba? Diba? Mga hindi makatulog. Ayan. Tapos habang tumatagal, nagsusubside. So you have to keep feeling it. What else? Hit of cocaine, drugs. It spikes the dopamine levels natin. That's why it's addictive. It feels good. Cocaine, drugs, the clanging of slot machines in casinos. That's also triggers the dopamine release sa brain natin. So these things are addictive and they are destructive. Na anong connection nito sa learning? Funny thing is, the learning centers also natin in our brain are also flooded with dopamine once we learn something new. Nagre-release din ang brain natin ng dopamine. So that's a healthy way, diba, to really retain people. Make them addicted to learning. Bakit ba every Friday nandito tayo? Diba? Kasi we get addicted to learning something new. That's why in circle meetings, we tend to stick. Those people who want to learn tend to stay for long. Diba? Because learning is addictive so long as we keep learning new things. Yes? Please type yes if nandiyan pa kayo. Parang, nandiyan pa ba kayo? Ayan. Engage na engage. Diba? Mainit, mainit. Ayan. So, yun. So, that's why it's very important that we as an organization is a learning organization because we retain talent. And last but not least, hindi ko na pahabain to. Reinvention. Obviously, if we get better, we learn new things, we learn new skills, we're able to apply those skills to different businesses, new ventures, and so on. So it's a flywheel. Okay, so we get better, we get to stick to the organization, and we create something new. So case study tayo, hindi ko binanggit to. Right? Let me share a case study: recalibration, reinvention, and retention and reinvention before we proceed to summary and then case study. So here's a case study. Beyond Steve Jobs, excuse me. So this is a formal a lesson that we do in our executive advisory. So bibigyan ko kayo ng snippet. Ayan ha. Namin natin to. Mga clients natin nagbabayad to learn this. Okay, but I'm not gonna give you all. If you want to learn all, well, message nyo na lang ako. Diba? Let's have that conversation. Anyway, so beyond Steve Jobs. In 2008, Steve Jobs is now on his second medical leave. Sabi niya, okay, I sense now my mortality. I'm limited as a person. And that's when he decided to go for legacy play. It's no longer about making Apple great. It's about making Apple great without me. So because of that, he created the Apple University. Okay. So 2008, here's what happened. Here's what we know so far. And you know, Apple is very secretive. So ito lang ang merong information tayo. I'm a fan of Apple, obviously. But ito lang yung mga nakuha natin. So na-sense niya na, Steve Jobs, sensing his mortality, malapit na, he created a Apple University, a learning program for executives that could teach his approach should he pass away. And he did. So established Apple University in 2008 to inculcate, diba? To infuse what? Employees of the business culture DNA. Yan, and educate them about his history. So he sinet up na ni Steve Jobs yung Apple University to make sure that each and every employee are infused with the DNA of Apple. Bakit? Ito kasi niya. Sabi ni ito yung naintindihan niya. And then I want just to emphasize the highlighted word. Sabi niya rito, Steve Jobs understood that Apple is like no other company on the planet. Pretty arrogant for sure. So ibig sabihin nun, it cannot be run by traditional learning institutions. Kasi iba tong company na Apple na to. So with that, dahil iba tayo mag-operate, kailangan magkaroon tayo ng sarili nating university that will teach how we operate. Hindi natin to makukuha in other schools. Kasi iba tayo mag-operate. So they decided to create Apple University. And it's kicked off by hiring si Dean of Yale University and then Yale University School of Management. After ng second, si Ted, and si Joel, and then si Joel Podolny has also taught at Harvard and Stanford. So mga educators ang kinuha niya. Okay. So here's the key. This one sentence is very powerful. Jobs was also involved in creating the curriculum. In a world where people say, I'm too busy as CEO to train people, here is one of the best leaders in the world, and he's designing the training curriculum of the Apple University. Because I work with managers. Ngayon hindi na kasi I don't talk to managers. I work with CEOs. Yung mga manager ako, ba't ako magtuturo? Manager ako, ba't ako attend ng training? Diba? That's the kind of thinking. And I think I'm no longer hearing that anymore, probably because I'm now surrounded with people who think like this. Okay? But back then, napaka-rampant yan. Napaka-entitled. At high blood ako sa mga entitled. Ayan. So si Ted Lowe joined Apple full-time in 2011. So as CEOs, your job to make sure that the learning is infused in the organization. Okay. So si Ted Lowe left Harvard 23 years after serving there at Harvard. He left it and became a full-time faculty of Apple University. He was a business historian. He studied Apple, and then mga important decisions na he made case studies about that. And then in 2013, ito yung binabanggit kanina ni Dayan, sabi niya 20-mile march. Another prominent academic, si Morten T. Hansen, became a faculty of Apple University. Sino si Morten Hansen? Morten Hansen is a co-author of Great by Choice. Great by Choice, co-author of Jim Collins. Yan. So si Morten T. Hansen ang sumulat ng Great at Work at siya yung nag-coin ng phrase na do less than obsess. So kung gusto nyo malaman kung saan galing yan, sa kanya galing yan. Do less than obsess. So he estimated around 800 people of the 70,000 employees of Apple are slated for leadership position. Okay? So, sinong mga faculty? Ayan dyan si Tim Cook. Hello, COO, now CEO, di ba? So leadership, teaching leadership starts at the top. So si Tim Cook, si Ron Johnson is sa Apple Store siya. He's one of the vice president of Apple and other executives. So it's the leaders who's leading the learning. In a world where leaders feel entitled, I'm too good to be, I'm already expert, hindi ko na kailangan mag-training. Here we have leaders who are building learning institutions. Curriculum is mostly secret. Yan. So, hindi binabanggit kung ano yung mga curriculum. But meron doon, what makes Apple, Apple? Basically, the DNA. So, studies include the decline of former top grocery chain A&P and the reason why they moved to one Chinese factory. Yan. So, inspired siya by the HP Way core values. Yan na naman. Si Bill Hewlett and David Packard, HP, Hewlett-Packard Company. Laking inspiration niyang dalawang yan kay Steve Jobs. Okay? And courses are not required, only recommended. Okay? Employees sign up. But in our world, no. Well, in a sense, tama naman yun. Sa mga management classes na nangyayari sa Sellers Hub, sa WeTrade, hindi naman required yun. People can join. Pero hindi ka mapopromote kung hindi ka tapos. Okay? So dinadaya natin yung system. Kami magkausap kami ni Dayan how to do that. Right? So far so good. So that is Apple. Please type Apple University if you're still there. Wala na. Ayan. O, si Jim. Salamat, Jim. Yan. Okay. So let's talk about building the blocks of a learning organization and then we'll get practical. Okay. So ano ba mga building blocks of a learning organization? Mabilisan lang to. Again, if you want to learn the details, mag-usap na lang tayo. Okay. So first one is you have to have corporate mechanisms or a system. And ito yung binabanggit nga natin. We want to rig the system in such a manner na sure, wag kang umattend ng management classes. Pero if you want to get promoted, if you want to earn more, diba? If you want to earn, you have to learn, then you have to finish this. And we did this, I believe, in one company, hindi ko nilang babanggitin, diba? Na client partner natin. They have a talented person. And then binanggit sa akin, hindi namin siya pin-promote. Ito yung pin-promote namin. Bakit? Hindi nagma-management class. O, diba? So, okay. So, it shows that, hindi lifelong learner, hindi ina-exhibit ang core values natin. Nah. You hire for attitude, you train for skills. Diba? Your skills get you hired, but it's your values that gets you promoted. Yes, I! Please type yes, I, if you're with me. So, human capital and CEOs, that's why I'm working hand in hand with them, because human capital gets to design the system, the promotion system, and the processes on how to grow. Tsaka siya rin maglalagay ng mga learning opportunities there. Right. Second is the culture. It means that teaching as a manager is norm. That the earlier you understand it, the better. Okay. If you're a CEO, hindi add-on ang magturo. Hindi add-on ang pag-attend ng circle meetings. Trabaho natin yan. Right? Hindi yan, ang galing niya, CEO siya, tapos nagtuturo siya. Hindi, of course! Kasi yun yung trabaho natin eh. Manager, grabe, manager na siya, pinagtuturo pa siya. Of course! That's our job. And I get this when I was at Labor. New hires, mga new hire, darating. And nagugulat siya, director, nagtuturo ng DNA. Yung presidente, nagtuturo ng DNA. Diba? That's our job. To infuse the DNA of or the organization to new hires habang printable pa, impressionable pa yung mga minds ng mga new hire. And the third one is, CEO. CEOs, we are the Chief Learning Officer. Tayong pinaka-hungry to learn and grow, multiply. But it starts with us because the team is who the leader is. Yes? Please type yes, I. Pag nandiyan pa kayo. Ayan. All right. Thank you. Okay, so here's the flywheel and then we'll get practical. Corporate mechanisms, systems, it's designed. So dito papasok yung org design thinking. And then it reinforces the culture of learning. And then it now is produces the next CEO, or it is led by the CEO, who then designs the corporate system, reinforces the culture, produces the next CEO, and it's a flywheel. Yan. So some image that you can carry with you, screenshot nyo na yan, post nyo, share nyo, tag nyo CEOInsights, tag nyo ako. Ayan. Okay, so let's get practical. Tatlo lang to and then we'll close. Okay, so first one, tatlong E. Expect. How do you build a learning culture? Number one, expect. Expect everyone that they will learn, they will read books. Jean Choi, di ba? Magbasa. Okay, read books. Expect everyone from the CEO down to the front lines that they will attend management classes. They will be part of circles. It doesn't matter kung whatever circle yan, so long as there's a circle that they join into. But syempre, CEO circles natin ang mas strategic. Okay, so yeah, master classes. So expect everyone to be part of the learning habit. Second, equip them. Provide them the tools. This is where the management classes comes in. This is where the coaching comes in. This is where the meetings comes in, you know, the trainings and so on. Last but not the least, empower. Bigyan natin ng opportunity kasi what's the point of equipping people if we're not giving them an opportunity to exercise? Diba? Naglolokohan lang tayo. Basa ng basa, walang application. It's a joke. Diba? Mahirap din naman na, bahala ka na dyan. Kaya mo na yan. Diba? Mahirap naman ganun. Siyempre may coaching din naman. Diba? Pero sa akin, it works. Kaya nyo na yan, at least. Kaya nyo na yan, Mel. It works. Okay? So those are the E's. Expect that if you're going to be part of this company, I expect you to read books. If not, then don't join. Diba? Or find another job. Because I, as CEO, am reading books. Diba? I, as a CEO, am attending circles. So expect. Second is equip them. Ito yung mga programs, yung mga trainings that you will be going into. And then empower them. Give them opportunity. Kagaya ni Verish. Diba? Mga 2 months ago, ma-attend yan ng circle ngayon. O na-empower bigla. First time daw niya. First time, enjoy tayo. Okay. In closing. Yan. I still have time. In closing. Okay. So, excited ba kayo? Ganda ng series natin. Please type yes if you're excited. Ayan. So, we're talking about infusing ideas that build lasting companies. Dito iikot ang series natin for the entire month of September. And I want to share this because this is a recent engagement that I had. I posted about this and ayoko ma-caught off guard siya. Pero si BK ito. Okay? Si BK at ang Sellers Hub team ito. Hindi ko bilang dito kagabi sa group chat because I wanted to for them to hear this person. But if you're following me, you read the story now. So this was our executive advisory last Tuesday. And you know BK. Everybody knows BK. You know, BK is probably one of the hungriest CEO I ever worked with. No, I'm putting him on the spot. Sorry na, 'di ba? Okay lang naman sumemplang, 'di ba? Kasi matagal na tayong nahulog kay Ma'am Ayen. Ayan. Anyway, so si BK, grabe yan. Grabing mag-learn yan. As in, wala pa akong nami-meet so far na kagaya niya na talagang in Silicon Valley parlance, brain rapist. Talagang parang vacuum yan. Ina-absorb niya ang lahat ng meron ako every opportunity he has. So whenever I visit Sellers Hub, meron kaming town hall. After nun, may leadership session kami. After nun, may manpom pa. Tapos in between breaks, hatid niya ako sa hotel. Sa hallway, naglalakad kami, nag-uusap pa rin kami. Hanggang sa kwarto ko. Ayan, nandun yan. Nag-exchange pa rin kami ng idea. Talagang every opportunity he gets to learn, he absorbs it. And I'm game. I'm game. So one of his tasks as a CEO is yung CEO development program niya is he has to share. Kasi yun yung equipping na, nandun na kami sa part na he's going to equip his Trinity on how to get better as leaders and he's going to present it. Now, hindi siya nakapag-present nung Tuesday for whatever reason, nasa Siargao siya and whatnot. But sabi ko, this is BK. Diba? He gets a pass. Kasi grabe, may track record of performance na we've been together for almost 2 years already. May track record of performance in learning na siya. So sabi ko, he gets a pass. Okay lang yan. Sabi ko, no problem. Pag si RD yan o si Frank yan, hindi po pwede yun. Masasabon sila. O kaya si Jean Joy, ayan, masasabon sila Eman. Pagka may mga dapat na mangyari na hindi nangyari, sabunan yon. Pero kay BK, since may track record na siya, sabi ko, sige, I'll give you a pass. And then he said something that really took the wind out of my sails. Sabi niya, hindi okay yon. Oh yeah, you're not being a good friend and an advisor and a mentor if you say that I'm not doing something that helps me become better and you say it's okay. It's not okay. So para sabi ko, ay grabe talaga itong tao. And this is BK, ha? So yeah, that's true eh. This is him showing how hungry he is to learn. And together with the Trinity, that's the message he's communicating. Sabi niya, hindi po pwede sa atin na hindi tayo nag-improve. Okay. At huwag nung sabihin sa akin na okay lang yun because it's not. You're not being a good friend if you're not calling me out. And it's a reminder for me na my job, again, is not to make you feel good and kiss your ass. That's not my job. My job, I'm being paid to help you become better. So if it means calling out and challenging you, then so be it. Because that's the only way to shake us as CEOs is to say things they should be said. By pounding, diba? Say things. Sugar-coated truth is a lie. And the beauty of it, the message as CEO is communicating to the Trinity. Na kung ako CEO, I still want to get better and it's not acceptable na nagkamali ako at tinolerate yun. How much more is my Trinity? Yes, sa fact, ayan, sugar-coated truth is a lie. So, with that, going back, CEOs, yung branding natin, the team is who the leader is. And if we want to have a branding of learning culture, guess what? It starts with us. As CEOs, as business leaders, it's our job to be the leader when it comes to learning. So, closing quote ko to. Oy, tama ako ha. May 5 minutes pa ako. Ayan. Closing quote ko to. We go back to the first quote. People are in our company because of 2 things. To earn and to learn. But it's incomplete. This is a complete version. It's the earning opportunity that initially attracts talented people to join. But it's the learning culture that usually makes them stay. And with that, I end this episode of More Than Hype. I give back the floor to Virish for facilitation. Thank you for having me, everyone.
Grabe naman, Sir Fa! Sa fact, di ba? So, more than CEOs, we have to be Chief Learning, Chief Learners or Learning Officer. Dapat we should be addicted to learning. Okay, ang magbibigay ng takeaway or our contributor for today before we end this, ang sinasabing matinik, isa pang matinik na host, si Love from Triple K.
Ayos.
Take it away.
Yes, hello. Can you hear me? Yes, hello. Thank you so much. Firstly, thank you so much, Teacher Varish, and congratulations for the first episode. And Sir Fa also for another mafanakit sa fakan na POS. Anyway, for my insights, when I was listening to Sir Fa, one of the things that came to my mind was what Cherry Africa once said. She said, "Don't chase butterflies, but create a garden and attract them instead." So that's one of the purposes of branding. And to ensure that you attract the right people, the right butterflies in our organization, a learning culture really is very, very important since we live in an age of accelerated change. And so in this constantly adapting landscape, hiring new talents from time to time, yung revolving door, it's not very practical and it's not a sustainable solution. So that's why Sir Fa really highlighted early yung learning culture. And when we do this, when we get addicted to learning and we transcend that addiction to our members, then we help them grow or help them develop a mindset of learning and pursue opportunities that actually will allow them to also transform or transfer that kind of mindset to other members in the company. So parang na siyang domino effect that when one loves to learn and would like to teach and share that learning to other people, the other people will also be influenced with that kind of mindset and learning culture. And also, last point, facilitating a learning environment is one way of the best and most meaningful way a leader can demonstrate a culture of care to their employees, especially in introducing and really installing the organization's DNA and even values. And lastly, this is a way to develop future leaders in the company because again, we want to build lasting companies, yung legacy. Even without us, the way that we do things maybe or our culture, our learning culture and mindset will be carried on long term. So thank you so much, Arfa, and matinding insight sharing naman for next week to Circle Meetings. Thank you!
Thank you. Good luck sa
Wow,
writer ng
grabe.
insight.
Sorry, Sir Fa.
Good luck lang yung magsusulat ng insight for this week. Sige, Garcia.
Oo, grabe, ang tindi. Ang galing naman nila, di ba? Don't catch butterflies, but create a garden and attract them instead. Mahusay! So, thank you so much for today. Why don't we catch butterflies and keep on learning? See you again, CEOs, next POS. Bye, everyone!